Hi, I'm Holly, and today I am on an apprenticeship open day with Toyota and Lexus in partnership with Rutledge. And I'm here chatting with Paul about the exciting opportunities in the automotive industry. Let's get started. Hi, Paul. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a wee bit about your role?
Absolutely. So my name is Paul Redmond, and I work for Toyota and Lexus. I work across a number of our dealer partners, really helping them bring to life the changes in demand that we're seeing, both from an employee point of view, from a customer point of view, and from a product point of view. So I feel really fortunate to be in the role that I'm in, and I've worked in automotive for over 25 years now. So definitely, it's been some changes in the marketplace.
That is a very long time. So tell us a bit about how the industry has evolved.
So it's a good question. And actually, we've seen a lot of change in the industry, both, I think if we think about it from a product lineup point of view, we're certainly seeing the acceleration to move to a zero emissions environment, whether that's through electric vehicles, which is very much where the government is pushing and really driving our performance. But also very fortunate to work with a company like Toyota and with Lexus, who are looking at other technologies as well as we go forward, and recognizing that perhaps from our consumers' point of view, that the demands can be different. So depending on the use case, depending on where they live. So we're looking at other models that might be hydrogen vehicles that potentially are going in place. We look at our hybrid models. So Toyota led the market with hybrid. And a lot of customers find that a really good halfway house that gives them some mileage through electric vehicle, but also some through petrol. And then, of course, there's electric vehicle models that are going forward. And so they've got a lot of product lineups coming forward, as is the whole industry. So everybody's looking at that same consumer space. And in that area, we also see that our consumers have got different demands than perhaps they used to have in the past. If we think about how we ourselves shop and go to retail outlets, the use of Amazon or such as Apple has really changed some of the expectations from our consumers. So they really expect a high standard of interaction with ourselves, whether that's digitally online, so actually the ability to search for vehicles or products or features online before they approach the showroom, but also when they get into the showroom, to have that environment where there is somebody there to try and help them and perhaps move away from some of those traditional stereotypes of the automotive sector, which are more difficult. And I think the final area on that is that we've also seen that employees are now looking for a different working environment. Traditionally, again, the automotive sector was very much seen as 6 days a week, long hours, low basic pay and high commission structures. And actually, individuals aren't looking for that now. Individuals are looking for more variety within their work, be that flexible working, be that pay structures that fit them, and actually be sort of different skill sets that we need to bring into the industry. So really, I've never seen the industry sort of change or feel like it's changing as much as it is now. And that's before we even think of new entries to market and what the future is going to look like in sort of 5 or 10 years' time.
So you've touched on this slightly, but let's talk about the wide range of careers available in the sector.
It's a good question, and we've certainly seen the market change from its traditional model. The traditional model to come into sort of automotive retail tended to be very much around defined pathways. Maybe that's going into the sales side of it, so actually dealing with the customers and actually sort of selling units, versus going into that sort of service side, that sort of dealing with the vehicle. And what we often saw was that never did those paths cross. More and more, as I touched on before, our customers are really demanding that really consultative approach, and we're looking for different talents and different ways of bringing people into the business. And that might be that actually some of those roles are more blurred, so that someone that can offer a sales ability, but also be able to have a conversation about service or vice versa. And what that means is that when we're looking to attract people into the business, we've had some to look for different sectors and look in different areas. We've seen some success with some of the new roles around customer sort of consultant roles or product handover roles or test drive specialist roles that really demand a different skill set that we've never really focused on before. And what that's doing is attracting people from different industries. So we're seeing people join us from perhaps retail or hospitality, sort of quite common areas that actually that high customer touch point is really valued within those, where perhaps we haven't really focused on that in the past. And that's just bringing some different roles and some different ways of working. But I think it's also to try and create more diversity within that workplace and attract a talent pool that perhaps we haven't had before, which is why today has been such a great event for sort of ourselves to actually try and identify some new people that wanted to come and join us.
Okay, it sounds like there's loads of career opportunities available to everybody, but how important are apprenticeships?
There's definitely lots of opportunities. For us, apprenticeships is a real new way to actually bring talent into our business. We recognize that historically, apprenticeships traditionally for us as an industry have been sort of on the technical side. And we've seen many apprentices and a lot of success in bringing apprentices into our businesses to come through our workshop and come through our workshop talents. What we're looking at now is the other opportunities because we need new skill sets. We need a way to communicate with our customers through social media. We need a way to sort of enhance our customer experience, whether it's digital, whether it's marketing. We need to think of new ways. And what we're finding is that actually an apprentice is someone that can come in and can grow with us as a business. We're a global business, and actually we want to bring people into it that want to grow with us, that want to come on this journey, because we don't really know what the next 5 or 10 years will completely look like within the automotive sector. So we need to bring people in that are hungry and have got these talents. So apprenticeship is a really, really good way, an alternative way to bring people in for us. And we're certainly seeing some great success, even here where we are today. We've got talents through apprenticeships already with one of our local partners, and it's great to see them develop and great to see their career build.
That sounds fantastic. What advice would you give to somebody considering a career in the industry?
I guess the first piece of advice I would give is consider us. I think for many people coming into the apprentice model, it still is that traditional mindset of actually the only apprentices the automotive industry take on are very much technicians and working with the vehicles. And I think we're well established that we're looking for wider talent than that. We recognize it's a really great pathway to bring people into our business just outside of just the workshop technicians. We still need workshop technicians, absolutely, because they will actually help us grow the business. And with our new product lineups coming up, that role will evolve on its own. But in addition, all these new ways of working that we're looking at and developing, we really need new talent in. So actually, the apprentice is a really great role to bring into the business.
Thanks, Paul. I feel like I have learned a lot today from you.
It's been wonderful, and it's great to meet you, and great to be able to talk about all the work going on. So thank you very much for your time.
Thanks so much for listening. If you liked the conversation we had today, there's loads more episodes. And for more information, pop over to our career website.